You're not going to become a millionaire with a small investment in the likes of HBar, XLM, XRP right now, and there's a very big reason for that. But if you want to be able to make up to 4,300x, like some guys did during the early days of Solana in the last bull market, I'm going to show you exactly how you can do it. And I'm even going to share with you an absolutely enormous surprise, exciting move forward for the House of Crypto in this community, and how you can actually get in and invest in projects like this. So hit the like button and let's get into today's video. Now, first of all, let's start with this. Solana generated $1 billion in returns for a number of early backers. $1 billion. 4,300x would allow you to turn $1,000 of initial investment into a whopping $4.3 million. Now, is this possible? Well, probably not right now if you're just buying crypto in the conventional manner. Now, in the past, I've told you the importance of understanding this concept. This is a rough life cycle of an early stage project, and while it does vary in cryptocurrency, it's pretty similar and something you should definitely understand. Crypto projects don't just arrive out of thin air and just launch a token. There's a lot of time and energy building up to this point, unless we're talking about maybe like Pepe coin or some other like bullshit meme coin. But in every other coin, pretty much, there's a big run-up, right? The big run-up goes through various stages of funding, and that is what happened in the early stages of Solana. And the people who were able to buy pre-ICO, of which I'm going to show you how to do that later on, were able to then see enormous gains, because the ICO or the pre-ICO point is when they're looking to raise money for simple tasks. It might be hiring developers, it might be basic advertising costs, it might be just having an office. These are all things that every crypto, we're talking the Ethereums, Cardanos, whatever, had to go through in order to be able to actually launch the token. By the time that token is launched, the project can often be worth $50 million to $100 million. You're not going to turn your $1,000 into $4.3 million by investing into the ICO. You need to be able to get in pre-ICO and be able to join in with the seeding. And in the past, I've showed you this platform here called crypto fundraising, which is a great way to identify projects that are going through early stage funding. Here you can see the likes of Axie Infinity, OpenSea, Wilder Worlds, tons of others that early on received a bit of fundraising. Axie Infinity received 1.47 million. I guarantee the people who invested early in Axie Infinity are sitting pretty right now. So this is a great way for us to identify projects that maybe we can buy at the ICO, the initial coin offering. But remember, ICO is not necessarily the best way to get the most incredible gains. You need to join this list of people in order to be able to access projects like this. There's a big problem though, guys. The likes of Animoca Brands, Winklevoss, Galaxy, these are billion-dollar names, in household names within cryptocurrency. We often don't have access to being able to get into these projects early enough to be able to see the types of gains that were seen by Solana. Now, what was very cool about this and what gave me an idea that I'm going to share with you very shortly and show how you can get on board with me is this. The Solana Labs CEO tried to raise money back in 2018, but struggled to raise money fast enough because crypto is a new and risky business. So in order to raise money faster, he went and asked various other friends that he knew to invest in his project. These are people that he met playing underwater hockey. The problem with investing in projects this early on is it does come with added risk. But if we can identify these projects very early on and identify a way that we can get in, then things are looking a bit more positive. Because although it's massive risk, there's also massive rewards. So if we can do this regularly and put in a few $100, maybe a couple of $1,000 into a project like this early on, then potentially the returns are going to be absolutely insane, because you only need one of them to do a Solana, and then you are looking to see something very exciting happening. So yeah, we can see all of these crypto deal flows and we can see who's getting involved, and this still might be a great way to make gains. And I've made other videos in the past on how to find these ICOs and really understand which of these deal flow projects are going to be great options to get involved in. But you all know as well as I do that you can't just chuck in $500 or $1,000 into the likes of these projects. However, come up with an idea, and I'm going to use the leverage of my community, which I hope you are a part if you are subscribed, or at least in my free Telegram, which is the link down below. Then we can work on something very special. Now, through a business partner and myself, between us, we are going to be building a venture capital project. Now we're basically going to be building a venture capital company. And this is where it gets very exciting because you're going to be able to get involved in this. So pay attention, guys. What the limitations basically are is that often you will need a minimum investment into a project. I'm talking 10, 20, maybe even $100,000 to be able to access the truly best projects out there. This is how I was able to get into Tenet when it pretty much launched for around 2 cents a token. And then within literally one day, it went up 17x. Currently, it is sat around 6x up, but I'm still happy. I'm still going to be holding for a long period of time in this particular token. Now, effectively, by creating this venture capital company, we're going to be able to pool everyone's money so that we can actually go ahead and use our contacts and leverage to be able to invest in the very best blue chip projects that need a minimum pre-ICO investment of like $50,000, $100,000. And instead of having to pay that out of our own pockets, we're going to be able to take a small portion of that each and then get an allocation for the budget that we have already, allowing us to get in at the very best price, but without being capped by our own personal budgets. This is something really, really powerful, and no one else out there is doing this right now. Now, I got in through another VC company, and that allowed me access, but I only got access because I have a YouTube channel, I have leverage. Maybe you don't have the same leverage I have, and I wanted to give you the same opportunities I enjoy through here. And either tomorrow or the next day, I will be announcing the very first project that we will be investing in together. And the way to be able to go and access this, and this has been a long-awaited thing that's very exciting for lots of people in my inner circle, which is linked down below. I'll be starting to raise for a pre-ICO of an incredible project that we're very excited about. To be able to qualify, you obviously need to get into the inner circle, which is linked down below. It's just $9.99 per month. 3 cups of coffee, pretty much $9.99. And potentially, you know, there's an opportunity for you to be able to invest in the likes of Solana that did a 4,300x from its pre-ICO price. Now, there's obviously things that you need to be aware of, and I need to check that everyone fully understands what they're getting themselves into when investing in pre-ICOs. They will need to be able to understand that potentially the ICO or the initial coin offering may happen a good 6 months or so after they've invested money. They'll also need to understand that this is an opportunity to being able to play at the big money table. And that means I will be carefully selecting people to be able to get involved with such a project, where you will need to be able to fill out a full disclaimer that's going to enable you to understand exactly how all of this works. But don't worry, guys, I'll be making videos about this within the inner circle, explaining how you can get involved in these projects and exactly what you need to do. I want you to be able to now start behaving like a whale in cryptocurrency and have access to all of these incredible projects that has never been heard of before. And if you want in on this, guys, you need to be in the inner circle. $9.99, link down below in the description, 5 days free trial. If you enjoyed that video, hit the like button. If you're new to the channel, then subscribe, and I'll see you in the very